The Incredible Adventures of Captain Hero, number 34, by Lex Lawler. My back slammed against the wall of the office building. My legs went numb as I pendulously hung, suspended by my pastel blue cape, which was pinned to the wall above me. I coughed up blood onto the S emblazoned on my vest and sputtered, trying desperately to breathe without inhaling the blood that painted my teeth and the walls of my mouth. The back of my ribs were cracked, I knew that much. What really worried me was the numb, tingly feeling that shot through my left arm. I looked up at the horned spear that held me in place. I couldn't decide what it was made of, but it looked like it had been in use for many years, on the verge of disrepair. The small black eye mask that hid my identity slipped down the bridge of my nose and plummeted 6 floors onto the pavement below. I didn't care. Nobody was there to see me anyway, not that it mattered. Nobody cared about Sidekick Boy. My action figure was never out of stock. I wasn't on every kid's lunchbox, and nobody dressed up as me on Halloween. I was just Captain Hero's nerdy protege, and even he didn't bother to check on me as he fought off his nemesis in a stunning aerial show of strength. The barbed spear above my head began to flex. It sounded like the world's largest pencil was about to snap in two. Taking caution not to rip the cape further, I spun myself around and scanned for a ledge, a foothold, anything that would bring me salvation. The wall was barren. Nothing but light gray concrete and a few windows chaotically dotted about like they were thrown on as an afterthought. Within a second, the spear snapped, sending a spray of splinters skyward. I screamed in slow motion as I went weightless, another victim of physics. I reached out, hoping to slow my descent. I found a windowsill and held on as best I could, digging my fingers into the rough surface. My left hand slipped. A spray of blood and shards of fingernail arced through the air as my hand recoiled. The hazy air stung my bloodied palms as I held on with one hand. Every fiber in my shoulder screamed in agony as my right arm slid out of its socket. With a guttural shriek, I released my grip and fell to the ground, where my spine became intimate with the pavement. After struggling to breathe for a few unpleasant moments, I rolled onto my side, too scared to assess how bad the damage was. I watched helplessly as Captain Hero was thrown straight through a building, only to return to the fight in mere seconds. I held my sides with my left arm and propped myself up against the wall, contemplating whether or not to run back into the fray to aid everyone's favorite self-sacrificing protagonist. My internal dilemma was interrupted by an empty car sailing through the air and grinding into the road, where it promptly exploded. Staring into the flames, bruised, bloody, and winded, I decided that everybody involved would be better off if I just let them do their thing.